Welcome everybody here live to our chess stream on Twitch and our favorite chess site, lichess.org. We got challenges from Shiver, Spieler, and Ripun the Elder. Ripon 2. Repo man. Alright, so it's Friday morning. With election results again, I'm having trouble getting myself to go to sleep. I can't stop watching this political election. There was big news just now that the state of Georgia is now led by Joe Biden. So hopefully things will begin to shift finally toward the end of this thing. It's going to go on for a long time though. Hopefully your hero will get more sleep in the coming days. I tried to sleep last night, but it's hard to turn this off. Repun the Pro, Troll in a Roll. Who's a subscriber here? Shiver Spieler, honorary subscriber. Morales. Let's play Morales first and actually Repun. Alright, we'll play Repun first. Not because I just want to get warmed up before I play Shiver Spieler. He's too strong to take him first. No, Trump's not going to win, don't worry. If you're a Trump fan, you're banned from the stream. No, it's cool. I just don't want to play Shiver Spieler the first game. He's just too strong and I just have this headache from not sleeping enough again. I'm all out of melatonin. Complaints. What's up, guys? Good morning. International Master William Paschall. Alright. E4 Knight F6. What's up, Antonio? Thanks, guys, for being subscribers. Fast Friday. Generally speaking, I'm taking I forgot it's not a sub day. It's Friday anyway, so it doesn't matter. I don't have to take the subscribers first. I normally just take the challenges in the order I get them. But I didn't want to play Shiver Spieler straight out of the gate because he's too good. And I'm just not in the mood to get blown away by a strong player in the first one. What's up, everybody? Good morning. The virus is really bad. We've got very high numbers now in Hungary, which is kind of scary. So I'm not planning on going anywhere. We've got like a second lockdown, sort of pseudo lockdown here. We have like a curfew. We can't stay out past 12 o'clock, which sucks in a way, but at least it's something to try to slow down a lot of partying here in the weekends and bars and stuff, and it's just like gotta be really bad for the spread of the virus. On Twitch, you found some nice messages from a 4 months ago Ponda Swiss from a viewer. Tell me your name right now. This will have consequences for your lichess account. Shiver Spieler, I don't know, man. There's weird people. There are some weird people out there. Try being a streamer. I've had some really strange trolls. Lately, it's been a little bit better. We have a curfew, and I got my flu vaccine yesterday, but I feel a little like I might have some mild side effects from it. Anybody else get the normal flu vaccine? I've got a French flu vaccine. Mad Ramos. Can't open the window. They're doing like construction on the apartment next door or down down the way from here. Very loud noise outside. So I'm trying to keep the windows closed. It's always something like taxis. Ambulance, construction, mosquitoes. I just felt kind of dizzy. I've been fine, but I feel tired because I didn't sleep enough last night. But the flu vaccine can give you all kinds of weird, mild side effects. So I'm just wondering, when my daughter got a rubella and mumps vaccine a couple weeks ago, she was like not feeling well for like 3 days. Dizzy, like very bad dizziness for like 3 days. I've gotten the flu vaccine before, but never had any kind of weird side effects. Anyway, I'm trying to come up with excuses in case I start losing games here. I'm not sure this is right. I'm probably supposed to play knight c6 there, but I don't really like d5. It's been so long. I mean, I don't play the Alekhine that much. I used to play it a lot in Blitz, and I thought it would kind of be difficult for Ripun to deal with. This is probably a bad move. White asked to play c5. This is probably some sort of book line. I'm feeling like I played d5 a little early. Yeah, I should castle first. I'm supposed to castle first. I don't feel right. A little bit lack of sleep. Dizziness. Oh yeah, I remember that, Mad Remus. That was that player who was complaining about someone. Maybe that's another one of Arsenal's Smurfs. I like your 4 pawns attack, Arsenal. You, Nefudov. Everybody who plays that 4 pawns attack against me gets interesting games. It's definitely dangerous. 4 pawns attack seems sound. Pawn structure chess. Although this may not be so simple. I think that Ripon there... Actually, yeah, what's he gonna do? Could he play g4 maybe? g4, bishop g6, knight e5. Then knight c6. Maybe knight g6, hg6, bishop f3. But I might end up winning a pawn there at the end of the day. Yeah, Alekhine is hard to deal with if you're not that experienced. Moranzovic? I'm sure you could alter the spelling a little bit. I never suspected Krapnik was one of the other players. I thought that it was that psychotic troll that we had for years, honestly. At first I thought it was Cheesy... What was his... Not Cheesy Noob. The other troll guy. I can't remember all the trolls now. Cheesy Noob's not a troll. There was... No, I can't remember. Yeah, maybe that guy. What do we got? Queen takes d4, knight takes c6. Knight takes d4. I didn't properly analyze this, but it's probably okay. F takes with strategic play on the F file. Dynamic chess at its best. I could take on e2. Worth considering. Preliminary exchange. Or my knight on d4 is too good. All these options. Yeah, Arsenal, let it go, man. Telling you. Not arguing with idiots in the forum is like the best thing that ever happened to you. Don't stew on it. Alright, I've got challenges here. Sheba Spieler, Troll, Raul Morales, Roku, Cheesy Noob. Thanks, everybody. I said thanks, everybody. There's everybody. Everybody's got to challenge me to casual, though. Everybody hurts. Georgia. Georgia. Right, there's like that song. Georgia's on my mind. Is this mate? Mate. Knight f3 check. Wait, it doesn't do anything. Knight f3 check. Wait, I can win the exchange, of course. Clunk. It wins the exchange. It wins a piece. Man, that's how quick I'm calculating. God, what's wrong with me? I slept like 6 hours last night. I shouldn't feel so bad. I think it's related to the flu vaccine. Double check. Double check and mate. Word is the bird. It does cause headache. I just assumed it was like sleep deprivation related, but maybe it's really the flu vaccine. But I'm going to struggle through. He has to play King H1. Yeah, of course. He has to play King H1. Dunk. Yeah, it's lucky that my bishop's on E7 to protect that knight on H4. So if we look at the opening just for a moment, due to flu vaccine side effects, I forgot what I was doing and played D5 too early here. This is not that bad, maybe. Castles is like a standard position. This is not really that dangerous of a line, but I have had a number of problems with Bishop E3, Knight C6, and I've seen a lot of good players lose this. There was once a game in Paschall in Hungary. I saw Korchnoi versus Berkes, D5, and this is old Roman Gingiashvili analysis. Pawn takes pawn, bishop takes. There was something with bishop takes b6, but maybe... No, I guess it was this. It was just simply this. This was Roman's analysis and way slightly better. The Berkes game, I thought there was some case where Wei had bishop takes b6. Korchnoi just like killed him. But you're not supposed to allow that. You have to play d5 here. That's the normal line, I guess. I don't know, c5. You have to play bishop takes f3 maybe. Like this. And then here. Yeah, now, who's saying that? Actually, Arsenal, you may be right. I haven't looked at this in a long time. I guess this is just too passive. b4. It's very passive. Knight c8 here. Knight e7. It's preferable if you can get the knight to c4. Alright, Sheba Spieler. Let's just let Sheba Spieler kill me so I can get on with the rest of the day. I really would need to play a couple more games to be properly warmed up. I'm just going to let him get it over with. Mr. Chess Manager. No, I mean, I'm an international master, not a grandmaster. Yeah, we'll try to figure out a way to use the channel points. Buy rated games. Yeah, that's a good idea. Arsenal. Rated correspondence games for 15,000. Maybe I'll hash it out with one of our moderators, Mr. Coffee. He can help me with some ideas. Then it doesn't interfere with the stream. Good idea. Metal Eagle. Metal Eagle is Slum, right? The Georgia Simul. Honorary Georgia Simul. Alright, I'm gonna start now. What are we playing? We're playing Schieberspieler. Make Schieberspieler play e4. He likes to play e4 though. He's prepared now. Dude, the push-ups is not happening. Sorry, man. That's just cheesy. That's just cheesy and stupid. Sophomoric. Physical hazing. Yeah, Metal Eagle, I'm trying to play this off and on. I had a game with Bertzestabi. My first ever C4 Exchange French in a tournament game 2 weeks ago. We both spent an hour and 85 minutes on our first 12 moves. But David played knight c6, which I thought was an interesting try. Hydrate for 500. That's a good idea, actually. I don't know what's up with my brain hurts. I mean, if it's weird. He's played bishop e7, and he's out of the center already. Do I have to play bishop e2? What happens if I play bishop d3 and black plays bishop to b4? What's up with that? It's weird. I guess we'll find out, but I can't imagine he could just lose a tempo. Choose the opening is good. Dehydrate with Palinka. Palinka is probably one of the worst hangover alcohols ever. Sakaponda. You know, it's very strange that Bob's been missing ever since the election started. Isn't that weird? He must be busy on some kind of election website troll spree or something. He hasn't been here once. And the state of North Carolina. Suspicious that Bob is missing and the state of North Carolina went to Trump. Or should. Yeah, Bob's working for the North Carolina Trump campaign. Shout out to the state of Georgia for doing the right thing. Hopefully the trend is not going to reverse. So Schieberspieler is now playing a tempo down with bishop e7, bishop e4. Now obviously I can play castles here. It's like a Danish gambit type of thing. Greek gift, anyone? Man, is Schieberspieler gonna allow that? Oh my god. Damn, is he just toast here? There's no Greek gift because of bishop f5. Directly. It's like a funky Danish gambit thing. I don't know now. Knight g5. Bishop takes h7. Knight g5 is not really convincing. Bishop h7, king h7, knight g5 check, king g8, queen d3. That looks pretty good. You know, we're better, sort of. Or you could really go Morphy style, like rook b1, try to get the rook in the attack. It's like a Petrov theme. I'm not supposed to lean on my elbow. Yeah, it's not sure that he'll actually win Arizona, though. That looks like, at this point, it might even be the most likely. What is that? Thank you for spamming your tournament. You're lucky we don't have a moderator available. My head hurts. What am I doing? Rook b1. Alright, anyway. Takes, check. Is it even a waste of time to play knight g5 check? Please don't spam stuff. It's not polite. Queen d3 first. Win the dark square bishop anyway. Could have swung h6. Brain hurts. Slaji's brain hurts. Okay. It's not a very Schieberspieler-like position. He loves bishops. But actually, you know, he may survive this. You like black? You like knights? The black knights. You like king safety, lack of? And knights versus bishop. Okay. King safety is like the #1 reason people lose games. Bishop versus knight can go both ways. But it's not that simple. I probably had better. I know that Schieberspieler doesn't like his position. That's almost certain. This was an interesting move. Not sure what I'm doing here. I would never agree that black is better, but he may be okay. Really don't want to trade queens. Mad Ramus, you're way too materialistic, man. The dark squared pawn on d4 just like gives me a diagonal against his king. I don't think so. I don't think he would ever take that pawn under this kind of circumstance. In this kind of circumstance. I am screwing this up, though. Now he can consider taking it. I still like white, maybe. I wasted some time making inaccurate moves. What? Is my queen trapped? Do I have rook f(c)(1)? Wrong rook. Yeah, I squandered my position. Now he's better. He's very slightly better. But I had a great position. I mean, this is probably the opening at least. A4 was bad, but I didn't know what to do. A4 is just like way too slow. But it's a subtle position. I missed this idea of queen e3. I was only looking at queen h3. Very rare that Schieberspieler gets a shaky position out of the opening. but he was better by the end. Alright, good game, man. Repun, you should really try Twitter with those caps, man. It's very popular. You get a job at the White House press corps or something. Alright, troll in a roll. Alright, Cheaper Spiller, good game. I'm happy to get a draw. I was drifting without a plan. But it was an interesting position to evaluate. I mean, when, like, Madrama says he thinks black is better, I disagree. And probably you would, too. If you take the queens off the board, it's a different game. But black's never really safe there with the queens on the board. Pseudo-Slav. I said I would quit chess 960. But he's like master strength. Now we transpose to a mainline Slav, so troll knows openings. If Schieberspieler could trade queens, he would be better for sure. With isolated d-pawn. Yeah, I figured you would also agree that black is not better. Normally you prefer the bishop. I mean, the computer is like really good at playing with bad bishop. Kind of active bad bishop like that. If you like black, say black's better, it's not really true, you know. The dark square bishop for white is a strong piece. It's at least black's not better. White's at least equal. It's kind of like oftentimes in Marazzi, where the white square bishop is bad, but it's still not worse than a kind of average knight. Oh, Schieberspieler. Yeah, Arsenal fan brings up, you helped me to determine Arsenal fans all the count. Because the other day when you said you never played Arsenal fan in the simul, I started to research which accounts on our stream have played in your simuls. So we revealed that he's really Krapnik. It was a big surprise. But, you know, Schieberspieler wasn't here before when Arsenal was playing on our stream a lot. There were two games I saw. They were the same thing. Knight f3, d5, d4, bishop f5. Troll in a roll, like, if you compare his play in chess 960, it's strange that he would play the move d takes c4. Because he's really a big believer in central pawns. Although I have no experience in this line with white. I don't play the e3 Slav. Real hombres don't play the e3 Slav. e4. Knight b4. Hombre. I know my pronunciation is not what it was in high school. But I want to say it like an American. It's like another swipe at Donald Trump. Donald Trump famously said, one hombre comment, he's a bad hombre. That was it. You gotta know the Donald Trump bad hombre. He was insulting Americans from, Mexican, basically insulting Mexican immigrants and stuff. I know it's hombre, but it's been a long time since anyone critiqued my Spanish pronunciation. Thank you. Antonio is absolutely right. But we have to explain the context. Bishop e3 looks kind of slow. Troll doesn't know where he wants to put his king. I'm waiting for him to declare. In this line, like, both sides can castle on either side. Typically. Alright, you're going to do a simul. Lockdown simul by Schieberspieler. Friday lockdown simul. He was hangry. Maybe that's the explanation. When he was talking about hombres, he was hangry. No weakness. You got to get Schieberspieler in imbalanced tactical positions where there's a chance he can make a human-like mistake. But don't let him play dry technical positions that he's familiar with. And don't give him a space advantage or the bishop pair. Too much. Maybe with black you have to give him a little bit of space advantage. Your Benoni should be a good chance, Arsenal. That's one of the best ways to play against him. You're playing the Slav, man. You're completely out of your mind. The Slav is like the worst thing you can play against Schieberspieler. It's like playing the Dutch against Petrosian or something. You have like a 0% chance if you play correct chess against Schieberspieler. You have to go for complications and play dynamic, imbalancing positions. Killer of chess. Matamoros. How do you say that in Spanish? How would you say Schieberspieler in Spanish, Antonio? After his explanation. Schieber. Schieber. Killers of chess. Karpov was like a chess vampire. Yeah, he just explained it. Spieler is German, and Hungarian chess slang, the Schieber is someone who kills the game. Basically a chess vampire who sucks the life out of the game. Karpov didn't, so he didn't, like, kill people. He, in a direct way, he would suck the lives out of their positions. He would take away the life from their position. A life stealer. Slowly, like square by square. It's like anti-chess, almost. Back to the usual troll, the real troll. The original troll, just losing on time for no reason. Okay, he's slightly worse here. 2 bishops, center. Mirales. Agua fiestas. It turns your party down. But Arsenal fan, okay, knight f3 is the hardest move to play against. It's annoying, and it's hard to play dynamically against knight f3. Aguas calientes. We need to I guess Kariuski, thank you. 200 bits. Double donation. Thank you for remembering you can donate and support the stream, guys. What do you play here again? Man, we haven't done this in a long time. Yeah, you've got your original variation. I've been playing knight h3 a lot, but it's gotten kind of rote. He doesn't play knight e4. You haven't been here for a while. You're thinking of like Uber driver. Yeah, we're taking challenges that I get in order. Brodinsky. Hiroku, Cheesy Noob, Princess Chess, Arsenal. I guess this guy, if he's got enough games. Brodinsky, you're in the list. It's going to be a while. Alright, Queen e7. The old morning game where I blundered mate against this guy, Joe Mullen, in Harvard Square. It was like 7 o'clock in the morning. The only game he ever beat me. I wasn't awake yet and I blundered a mate on d3. I think that actually happened. Assassino de Adres. A takes b4. I think I did that once. That's what I'm talking about. Bill Mullen. Bill Mullen. Joe Mullen. I don't remember his name now. He's a good guy. Alright, we got Georgia. Georgia. But, who did the best version of that song? Kenny Rogers? Is that a Kenny Rogers? Who sang Georgia? Probably the best version is not Kenny Rogers. It's definitely on my playlist now. Pennsylvania. So this is Morales' pet line. Like he has this like bishop d7 and try to castle queenside, which is really not usual. It feels like I should have some sort of c5. So if c5 takes, is that a line? c5 takes like queen d5. Doesn't do anything. c5 takes queen c3, f6, and I'm playing some sort of pawn sacrifice. Chessmaster 2100, one of those old computer programs, was programmed to play this with black. No, it was a later version. Chessmaster 3000, that was it. I think it's actually a pawn sack. You can do this. But I'm not sure, you know, it's enough. The question is Queen c3. Okay, let's try that. If I force him to play b6, he can't do his usual crap with bishop d7 and castle queenside, I guess. We're still in Chessmaster 3000 opening repertoire for black. It was a reasonable decision for those guys to put Chessmaster 3000 playing the computer playing the black side of Budapest. Probably not a bad choice. Of course, modern chess engines wouldn't play something so risky. They don't have to play gambits. Although the Budapest really, it's hard for white to hang on to the pawn. In a sense, it's not really a true gambit. Damn, where's Asterbait? I just realized he's like missing. He must have stayed up all night. Well, it is night there, but watching the election. Morales, is this some kind of trick? Wait, what? I missed the Star Wars reference. Morales is devastating with white. Yeah, JCS. Georgia is 900. The last was 900 votes positive for Biden. I'm feeling it. Trump knows his only chance now is inciting a civil war. Now, my question is, does my bet win if Trump incites a civil war? Even though he lost the election? Does my bet for Biden still win? Or does that count for Trump? Like if civil war is incited, does that negate my winning the bet? I'm not really sure about it, how that works. Turkey Farm, what's up? I was just thinking about you the other day. Because I got like a Facebook memory 2 years ago when I was streaming at home. We talked about how the turkeys were at my house. And I've got a Facebook memory of that, one of those photos I told you guys about, with the turkeys. And I also sometimes just wonder about you guys. JCS is back. Now, unfortunately, I'm going to have to play h3 or h4. I just don't know which one. Maybe h3 is safer, but h4 controls the g5 square. I don't know. I don't like that, necessarily. My plan was to play h4. What would Karpov do? Just pretend we're playing the black side of the Caro-Kann and we're up a pawn or something. Schieberspieler style. We love blue. Cutting me off. This is getting a little dicey. My queen is trapped on the next move, but this hits his bishop. Okay, I gotta do this, it looks like. Would h3 have been better than h4? It's a good question. Until your vacation ends, or I come back to the US. Whichever comes first. I was talking about renouncing my citizenship on stream, and immediately on my phone I have ads for lawyers that can help you renounce your citizenship. It's kind of scary. No problem. We can fix that. American citizen living abroad, renounce your citizenship. Our lawyers are standing by. There's no trackers or anything. Well, you're triple attacking. Triple attacking me. Damn. Thought I had queen d4. Man, we're really in trouble now. h3 was my question from earlier. Would controlling the g4 square have been better? Queen a7 is not on. I was hallucinating. An in-game only Schieberspieler could love. Here we go with the dark squared bishop again. That's our favorite piece of the day. Man, this is very technical. What? I just went on time. I mean, he's holding. Yeah, I mean, he's only slightly worse. d5 was hanging, but my fear was some sort of discovered checks. Was there no discovered check? d5 was a crazy move. I just assumed there was a discovered check that works. But perhaps, like, there's nothing he can do. I saw it was hanging. I just took his word for it that there was something. But it's nothing. Well, okay, I mean, this is something. At least he gets his rook on the 7th in this line. Maybe this isn't so easy, actually. It may be a draw. It looks like he's holding this. Unfortunately. King g3, king f4. So we're still playing for a win. Nice. He's correct, man. Black is fighting an uphill battle. It may still be holdable. +2. Wow. Yep. Check. King f4. This is hanging, and black's already a pawn down. But I guess you take, right? Take. Take. Okay. Not an easy endgame. What about this? This isn't a problem? Oh, I've got rook check and rook c3. Yeah, that's a tough endgame for black. King f1 question mark? Did you have a better suggestion? Oh, my move was king f1 question mark. Yeah, well, that's tough. I was fearful in time pressure that I missed something. So I just played it safe. Good game, Antonio. It was kind of similar to my game against Schieberspieler. I was better, but fouled it up completely. Started to lose the thread. That's a lot like my tournament games, what I generally do. It seems like it's the middle of the middle game when I start just like drifting really hard with no rudder. And then using like gobs of time until I'm actually behind on the clock, thinking in circles. I did this against Mendonca, where I had the advantage, I was better, and I just like sat there for 25 minutes thinking about nothing. And then I just like lose an equal endgame or something after giving away all my advantage. There seems to be like this standard sort of plot line to my games. Turkey Farm. Oh, who's leaving? Who's leaving? The Black Lion. I've never played a Black Lion, frankly. Philidor is not really my thing. What do we do here? This is a threat. I had a game against somebody online where I did something weird like e5, bishop f3, c6. Heroku is a weird player. Every game is like competitive, but his score is 3-35. c5, bishop f3 is a problem. I don't like it. I saw some interesting games in similar positions. I mean, I can play d5, changing the pawn structure. Looks like I'm playing the white side of a Queen's Indian or something. Ironically, I played sort of the Queen's Indian. Now it looks like a white's playing the Queen's Indian. This is kind of weird, but I decided to try it. I don't really know what to play. I mean, e5 is okay, but white has bishop f3, c5. Again, I don't really like it because of bishop f3. This is interesting, kind of. Blobix would like it. I can play c6 in some positions. I looked at like e5, bishop f3, c6 to avoid the exchange. But if I do that, then I'm leaving this huge hole in the center of my position at d6. I've seen a lot of instances with strong players. They meet bishop f3 with just like queen c8. I saw a Paschall game, Paschall Grave, where he did something of that sort. Queen c2, it's like ultra solid for white. Pretty boring. e5 maybe. I'm like only equalizing. Actually, he has a nasty move there. e5 takes, knight takes, queen b2. The queen b2 idea. There's no way this guy is 1704. I don't know what the deal is with his ratings, but he's just too solid. I guess this is fundamental. But black can only equalize here. White's position is too safe. Very hard to play for a win in a dry position like this without a lot of dynamics. But I mean, that's why people play things like the King's Indian. I mean, of course, it's hard when you're black against someone who's playing e3, d4, c4, knight f3, very safe setup like that. This type of defensive, what is it, Axel Smith, e3 poison type of stuff. Not easy to play for win, but I think probably c5 maybe on move 4. He'll go into b3, but still not a lot of fun to play against people who play this quiet stuff. Bot battle. Bob's here. Bob, we thought you were like sucked into the election void or something. You got a job trolling election bulletin boards or something. The great state of North Carolina. What's up, man? Alright, d takes c5. I guess we'll take this. Black can only equalize. In fact, I have to be a little bit careful. We are equal, only. Yeah, you need to get some sleep. Too much election. It's like, for Bob, it must be like Christmas, all this chaos and... Stir the pot a little. Like a little child at Christmas. White has no advantage now. Well, no, I mean, White doesn't deserve any advantage. Playing that stuff, it's insipid. But it's amazing how difficult it is for Black to even attempt to play for an advantage. Frankly. White's play is like literally perfect after the opening. And he's faster than me, but he's 1704. Okay. I'm thinking of Queen b8. Rook c8, Bishop f3. I've got to like get my queen out of here, but where? But where? And Queen b8 blocks my rook. So it's a problem, you know? I guess I could play e6. Not really a huge fan of that, weakening my dark squares. I guess it's possible. If nothing else. This is... yeah, it's not great. Is a rook better than a knight and 2 pawns? It's equal materially. It depends on the situation. I think this guy's like, come on, 1700. Ridiculous. What's with your rating, dude? How can you be 1700? It's totally bogus. He's played like literally perfect. But it's the same every time we play. I win like some weird reason. I have nothing and then I win the game. Now I'm actually in trouble. Queen c7. Plus more than one after this. White's almost winning. But he's played like a perfect game. 0 inaccuracies. I don't know about this, man. This is getting to be too much. I don't deserve almost any of the wins I have against this guy. He just like loses on time or hangs a piece once we get low on time. I'm almost lost here. I probably am. Now I'm threatening rook c8, but he has bishop e5. Bishop e5, rook d8, and black's barely hanging on by a thread. It's not forced back. He has bishop e5 now. I play rook fd8, only move, and then white can exchange bishop takes d7 and have a better endgame at the very minimum. Now he's forced back temporarily. Still not bad. I mean, here, queen g3. White's better. Now I'm in a lot of trouble. Virtually perfect play by white. Now he'll just like lose on time or drop something after a virtually perfect game. It's a little like the old how Troll would lose games. It became like a tiny bit sort of passive. Certainly not enough for black to be better. And he suddenly sped up again. It's absurd if this guy is 1700, obviously. 1704 in Blitz. I struggled to even not lose. Now, even in the end game, this looks pretty close. I think I might be edging him out. But I would say he's like 2100. Should I take or play knight check? That was a weird move. King c2. I'm not sure if I should even play a4. Now he's just like melting down. How do I make progress? So your standard 1700. I mean, this player is just way too good to be 1700 in Blitz. There's no way. If you go to, like, let's see, this point, perfect play by white, it's equal. My d5 was bad according to the engine. This is engine. I couldn't find a move here. So finally I played e6. b4 is the best move. I mean, white's play is just way too good. There's no way you're like a 1700 in Blitz. Cheesy Noob, Princess Chess, Arsenal fan, Sanjeev is the wrong time control. Another mystery game. My score against him should be like plus 33%. At the end, he fell apart when it got to time pressure. But I was clearly worse. Yeah, Cheesy Noob is good. Creative player. I played d5 in the middle game there. I thought it would be interesting. But the computer says I'm clearly out of my mind. I thought it would be more complicated. Rachmanov. The reverse Nimzovich. The Sicilian. Though some people call that the Rubinstein. Whatever. Alright, let's just go back into the normal stuff. Once the queens are exchanged, I'm probably hanging on for a draw. Did you play this against me? It was you who played this against me the other day? Cheesy Noob? I played e3 against Morales. It was Morales. Yeah, I mean, I just don't know. I don't know what this variation is. I like this. e4, knight d4. Knight takes d4, knight takes b4. That's like weirdness. Reverse Rossalimo. If black plays e4 at some point, is that pawn, you know, overextended? The $1,000,000 question. Welcome, no problem at all. Thanks everybody for being part of the stream. Mr. Bob is here. JCS. For all of you who don't know, JCS was a longtime moderator of our stream. Reappeared. Smyslov would play e4. Really? Maybe it's a move. Maybe it's justified. Do I play knight g1 or knight d4? What would Krapnik do? Now I have a3, bishop c5, d4. This looks good, man. But maybe I'm overestimating it. D4, B4, one of those things. D4, bishop A7, B4. AB, AB. Yeah, you fooled me, Asterbate. I mean, Arsenal. Asterbate's not here. He is here. Asterbate woke up. You're late. Yeah. B4. I mean, I don't know about B4 here. Bishop G4. C5. It looks really weird. I can play H3. Stopping bishop G4. I saw B4 in a similar position. I mean, this seems like it's a threat. Bishop G4, threatening to gain control of the D4 square. If I play bishop G5, F6. I mean, admittedly, black's position looks pretty strange. But is it that bad? Bishop G5, F6, bishop E3. I don't know. This goes against my better judgment. We're in completely uncharted territory here. I mean, there's very little theory on this stuff with bishop E4, knight C6 to start with. The reversed, annoying variation. How weakening is F6 to black's kingside? That's the question. How significant is that weakness? How damaging to his position? Maybe not that bad. You're making an outrageous claim that white was winning by force after bishop E3. What are you talking about? Where? Here? You're talking about this position? You're not talking about this position. Outrageous claims are commonplace around here. We specialize in outrageous claims. It's rigged. Stop the count. Stop counting. Oh wait, I would lose the election if we stopped counting. Does that make sense? Like Donald Trump wants to stop counting, but he would lose if you stopped? This is how crazy the guy is. Doesn't make any sense. But then again, nothing has in the last 4 years. It's probably rigged. But the Senate wasn't rigged, where the Republicans won. That's not rigged. Just the elections you lose are rigged. Donald Trump is like an online poker player who lost like with pocket tens against pocket aces all in, claiming it's rigged or something. Okay. Knight H5. We're on H5. We're hitting F7. My knight is safe enough. They could have left the knight on D5. That's right, Arsenal. That's another option. I thought about that. I looked at knight H4, but it just didn't seem to promote proper development. Yeah, this is weird, man. Cheesy Noob is no stranger to he's no stranger to controversy. Agnes Karadziuski, does it make sense to keep... Well, unfortunately, you know, whatever happens, I think that we're stuck with that guy. He's not going to disappear. It's going to be almost as bad either way. But I think it's pretty clear that it can't continue. Castles, no problem. My knight is not safe. There's like queen e8, g4, bishop g4. It's a wild position. Now knight f5. Knight f5, g4 maybe. This is powerful. Outposted knight on h5. It's like Trump. Even after we get rid of him, he'll still be there. He's going to create like a Fox News TV show. That'll be the next thing. Whatever. But we can't leave him as president of the United States, obviously. It's gone too far. It's true, though. It may not get that much better. This is a weird thing. Maybe I'm pulling the trigger too fast on g4. Where's my king going? Queen d2? Yeah, I like queen d2. Looks like a sane move. A little sacrifice on g5. Snacrifice. How are things in Las Vegas? How's the state of Nevada? Asterbait claims he voted for Kanye West. We're just hoping that he's joking, but I don't really want to know. It's like Uber driver's identity. It's more fun not to know the truth. So now I'm screwed. Now I did it. Oh my god. I should have played g4. Is a double attack? Just losing my central pawn or my knight. Alright, I guess we can castle queenside, but it's not good. What's more important? Give him the central pawn. This looks really bad. Clear pawn down. He took with a knight. I was concerned, but this is probably a stronger move. I was concerned about other stuff that's not so important. It's like a nightmare. Castle's queenside is good. It's just a pawn, no big deal. Black's played very safe chess here, fundamental. Totally normal. Yes, I mean, Arsenal, I think that's lost, man. I play g4, he plays queen g6. And, Arsenal suggesting castles queenside, queen h5, g4, queen g6. I have to play g takes f. He plays, like, bishop takes f5. Or queen takes f5. I'm like a clear pawn down, and I'm getting raked on this diagonal. It may turn out to be better than what I did. What? You pre-moved queen e5? You didn't take my rook? Are you kidding me? He made his move and like pre-moved a response. How did you pre-move Queen E5? How the heck could you pre-move Queen E5? I have really bad lag or something. My lag is down on 80. It wasn't lag. He had 92 check with the clear advantage. It was just like a psychological meltdown by Cheesy Noob. Absolutely gift comeback for me. Oh, it was a mouse slip. Alright, I wondered. It actually made sense, like, in a way. Not completely, but I was attacking her queen. So I didn't identify it as a mouse slip right away. And resign. So sorry, it was ruined by the mouse slip. But he had a recovery after that. This was a mouse slip? Okay, but what's happening if you play Queen H1? Do I have enough compensation? Yeah, I'm probably doing alright. Not clear. But your last move was the problem. I mean, obviously knight f3 check, king d1, bishop e3, and my king is stuck in the center. I mean, this isn't that easy, but clearly black is almost winning. This was a real mistake, actually, playing the other move. Arsenal's suggestion of castle's queenside. Knight e3? Oh, dude, it doesn't work. Yeah, no, man, I had to do this. My position is busted. So h3 is too slow. It's a wild position. Interesting play by black. I shouldn't win this game, obviously. Alright, the wrong time control there by Sanyev. If we have time to play those games, that's supposed to be 5+3. Somebody challenged me to 7+3, didn't they? Did I play a longer game today? Great opening, man. That's good. We gotta try to find something in Arsenal doesn't know that well. He's good at what he knows, it seems like. Maybe the white side of the Pierts. Like, Asterbait has a weakness for the white side of the Pierts, it turns out. He doesn't know what he's doing. I've probably played this against Arsenal, but I don't remember. Oh, you do play... You play the Yugoslav attack. Krapnik, are you here in the chat? We're back on lockdown here in Budapest. It's back to where it was in the spring. I'm not going to be able to go play poker anymore. We're going to be going stir crazy. So c5 is the modern move that's very popular. I don't know that line very well. It's probably black's most reliable try. Yeah, Arsenal's playing this. Popular with Now what is this? I saw some games here a while back. So Arsenal actually knows the white side of the Pierts. What is this? What is this? Huh. Knight c3. That's weird. This does look kind of dangerous for both sides, actually. I thought you're supposed to play knight e4 right away in this position. I've never played this line for black. But I had the sudden feeling that you know what you're doing if I play the main line, which is knight fd7. It's a coffee house line that's not really good for white, but black has to memorize like 30 moves of theory to get a slightly better position. And I'm not good like that. Nakamura has played this crap with white. It doesn't have a good reputation. Knight fd7. If you go 30 moves deep, black's fine. Maybe even better. But I'm not equipped to do that. So it's like the whole variation is a sort of bluff for white, I think. e5. You're supposed to play like Fischer, you know, the main line, bishop d3. But once again, in order to play this for black, I have to memorize tons of theory. And it just like never sticks. When I've looked at it, I can't remember. Trying to develop. It's somewhat suspicious what Arsenal did. He's a suspicious character. Maybe I should have played bishop a6. Damn, I let him castle. Such an idiot. I let him castle here. That must be a mistake to let him out of the bag. Of course, he's missing his white square bishop. He didn't really play this correctly. Bishop c4. I didn't know this is even a move. Now interesting is knight g5. Did you look at that? Knight g5, knight c3, knight e6, knight d1, knight d8, blah blah blah. Does that make sense? Blah blah blah. Rook takes. Yeah, I don't know. I have to get a new mouse myself for Christmas, Mad Ramos. But that was a great position. I continue to be mesmerized anytime that anyone plays knight c3, bishop b5, or the reverse. This variation is like my Achilles heel. Even after facing it for like 50,000 times, I still play poorly every time. For some reason. I don't know what it is. Queen where? So now c4 is a threat? I guess I can do the unthinkable b5. But it's very committal. Knight e5 is prettier. I'm gonna play this. Like a Petrov. Dancing on the side of the board. I mean, it makes sense, but also my pieces don't like being on the side of the board. b5 I considered, but it gives up the c5 square permanently. That could be very annoying. Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. The materialist. The materialist in all of us wanted bishop takes c7. Queen takes queen and bishop takes c7. That's a classic Petrov pawn sacrifice. Rapid fire. Rapid fire logic by white. Do I have an issue here? Nah, we're good. If knight b3, knight c4. Knight c5, b6. I've got to keep the blockade of c4. Black is better positionally. Yeah, Astrobait's here. Guys, Sheeversplitter's going to do a simul after the stream. That's the word on the street. Yeah, I thought you'd see it your way. Go Ars. You can really sink your teeth into this position. I love this white squared bishop. He's my hero. I should do, yeah, one day I'm going to do, can't do today because I have to work, but one day I'll do a commentary for Sheever's simul. I would love to not play on Sunday and just commentate other people's games. I kind of miss doing commentary of tournaments like we used to do on ICC. Years ago. I did a lot of real commentary, but the days are past, sadly. I don't have time to do commentary for long tournaments without getting paid for it, obviously. It's a serious work. Got a beautiful position, 2 bishops, better pawn structure, safer king. But my opening was kind of a bluff. I think black might be in trouble in that line. Take, queen there. Man, this looks really bad for white. That bishop on a3. Yuck. Now I'm like telling him what to do. Should have played bishop c1, obviously. With a bishop like that, with enemies like that, who needs friends? As they say. So I've got bishop takes f3, knight takes a3. Oh no. And then queen d6. We're getting really alert now, tactically. What are you doing over there? How dare you? Correct. Correct, Amundo. Oh, my bishop will be hanging. No, we're good. Steinitzian knight restriction. Yeah, this knight is not good. But the opening may have gone in Arsenal's direction. I know this variation is not really safe for black, but it's supposed to be knight e4. I don't even know what you do after knight e4, honestly. No, he's right. It is bishop c4. Knight e4 is only a sideline. I accidentally played the right line. I really didn't even know this was like a move. So now he blundered. Knight d5, bishop d5. I remember seeing this Salem game, maybe. It's nothing exciting, though. Looks like black's doing alright here. At the end of the day, I mean, this may be the safer way for black to play, actually. Though, I'm not certain that we're completely out of the woods here. f5. Perez Candelario is 26-23. Wow. Give me some of those Spanish rating points. Alright, guys. We're gonna get back. Pi Day, Jim. We have like rating depression here in Hungary. Western Europe has more money and therefore more rating points. We have rating poverty. Austria is sweet for rating points. All the Hungarians who like go to Austria are richer. Rating points richer. If you can afford to play in, like, if you get the luxury of playing the Austrian team championship or something, you'll be higher rated than the other Hungarians who have to slum it. Suffering from ratings poverty. Pide playing the English. So I'm playing a little similar to what Mad Ramus did. I always loved this variation. I lost some horrible games with it. Okay, now we can transpose to something. Possibly. Man, I remember some game where I played like bishop takes c3 and f5 and got hammered. But I guess we'll just transpose. Knight c6 is bad. This is like standard. Rosimo reversed. But Pide usually played the English, but he usually played the London, but he knows I don't like the London. It's just a straight up reverse Rosimo. I don't know that much about it. Probably played more with white than with black. Well, yeah, I mean, knight d5 is considered by many to be a key move. I've played this for years, but of course I never had complete faith in it. It's a risky line. I had a game with Shankland, my last game in this line, where I was white and I played knight d5 and Sam played bishop c5. That was like 10 years ago. Almost 10 years ago. It had to be at least 10 years ago. It's crazy. Shanklin was playing in first Saturday. We had 2 games and I lost the first one and drew the second. That's a sketchy variation, bishop c5. You like Shanklin or you like his chess? He seems like an arrogant guy to me. I can respect his chess game. I'm not sure I like him personally. This is really, actually, does anybody remember 92 Fischer-Spassky? This is like a reverse 92 Fischer-Spassky, where Fischer like sacked a pawn with b5. b4 on the white side of Rossalimo. Fischer versus Spassky 92. Bobby did some sort of pawn sack. But I mean, we're playing black here, you know, a tempo down. Fischer Spassky 2 seems like yesterday. So if I play d5, you just eat a pawn. Do I have some kind of compensation? Let's try something crazy. I know this is unsound. Why am I doing this? Actually, Pade's really fast and strong. Pure arrogance can get you really far too, Arsenal. As we see in the case of the current president of the United States. Guys, the next streams will be on Sunday. Join us for the Sunday streamer battle. Sunday streamer battle at 3 p.m. CET. And our Sunday simul at 6:30. I'm on lockdown, so not planning on going anywhere. Poker's canceled for me. I'm sort of depressed. The only fun I get to have all week. I was thinking knight a6, knight c7, maybe knight a6, knight c5. But I don't know about my pawn sacrifice. I guess it doesn't matter at this point. How about bishop f5, queen b3? Maybe knight a6. Do I have enough compensation for the pawn? Again, I'm like borrowing ideas from colors reversed lines. They do stuff like this. How much does the extra tempo mean? They're out to get you. What am I talking about when I say they? Let's make a developing move. Just make developing moves. Oh yeah, Arsenal plays for the Tranquilizers. He has a contract. In exchange, he promised not to insult the streamer or say bad things about his mother. How much did they pay? They have to pay, right, to have that many strong players. There has to be something involved, some kind of bribery, because the Tranquilizers continuously have very strong results. It's rigged. Streamer battle is rigged. Obviously rigged. They should count. Stop the count. Alright, knight c3. I'm just trying to develop. I'm a peace-loving guy. Maybe knight c5 here. But my bishop gets trapped in some lines if I play knight c5. Gotta be careful. As Astrobate said, you gotta be careful. Savannah, big cats. Astrobate, Savannah, that makes me think of Georgia. Good man. Dude, what about bishop d3? Thanks for bringing up Georgia. The problem is knight c5, a3. Bishop a5, b4. So, bishop d3, rook e3. I'm just going to believe in development. Yeah, last time, wasn't there a guy who got suspended again? See, my rule about the team is that I try not to accept people who have less than 100 games. I mean, I'm sure that we might have a cheater slip into the team. It happens. It's impossible to prevent, like, completely. There's no way you're going to prevent it completely. So I don't want to give anybody a hard time about that. It's not that serious. It's not like we're playing for money. Uncle Potato, was he on the Tranquilizers? No. He was on another team. But Tranquilizers had the guy who was convincing Levente that he was a 2700 Grandmaster. I don't know whatever happened with that. They also had a strong performance from a 2100 last time. I just want my pawn back. Give me my pawn back, please. You don't remind me about Jerabuk. I lost against him in a draw on endgame. It was embarrassing, even. Totally choking. My biggest fear against players like that are strong GMs is that they'll get me in the opening. They'll have like better opening prep. If I can survive the opening, I'm usually like, okay, that's fine. Trying to equalize. Wow. Rook takes. Raise your hand if you expected that move. That's pretty deep. Guess I'm not going to try to take the pawn. This reminds me a little bit of how I lost to Mendonca, or however you say his name. Maybe we don't try to win the pawn. Play for a different style game. Maybe I can just blockade on the dark squares. Can I take on d5? Got the great knight. The cruel knight. Great and cruel knight. I don't mind getting the pawn back if I can. You got the arrogance down, man, already. Man, Arsenal wasn't kidding. Self-promotion. Masterful self-promotion. Wow. Just doesn't stop, dude. It's brutal. Gotta tease. Nobody else will do it for you. Yeah, it's true. You're not like famous or something. It's not that bad. It's like Mark Esserman creating his own Wikipedia page or something. Similar. You know you're pretty sad when you create your own Wikipedia page. I'm just making that up. I don't know. I assume that's the case. I have no hard evidence. That's something, you know. I'm sure like Susan Polgar created her own Wikipedia page. Lots of arrogant people do that. Maybe it needs an edit. This page suggests an edit. Does he have his own Wikipedia page too? I don't know about the Schrantz guy. That's just sad. You just can't make your own Wikipedia page. That's just not right. If you're not famous enough to have someone else voluntarily create your Wikipedia page, then you don't deserve to be. You don't deserve to be famous. Alright, what are we gonna do? Try to win this? Doesn't look like a win. It's a draw. It is draw. I was lucky though, I was under pressure. Whole game. Whole game. I'm just making up, I don't know. I assume these people create their own Wikipedia page. I wouldn't do that for myself though. Too much integrity. I'm sad that no one else has created a Wikipedia page for me. You'd think like Bob would do that or something. But, alright. Anyway, we need a loyal follower. The loyal follower. Alright guys, we've got 1 o'clock. Played a good game. We've got 4 games. I can't play 4 games. Cthulhu, it's nice. I like your name there, but I can't play bullet chess against my principles. It goes against my principles. Alright. Jim, 5+3. Anyway, we only have time for probably 2, max 3 games. Cheaper Spieler's like, hold my beer, I'll create one. That doesn't mean I want you guys to create a troll Wikipedia page. I'm just kidding. It just pisses me off, you know. People who like blatantly, obviously, create these like ridiculous, self-inflating Wikipedia pages. Mark Esserman won the junior tennis championship of Wake County in 1997. You know, it's like, what? Please. Wonder who created that. Alright, bishop b2. That's so sad, you know, when you have to make your own Wikipedia page. I'll try to just drop it. Anyway, Jim, I'm in a bad mood this week. It's been a very stressful, taking my frustrations out on innocent people. It's been a very stressful election week. He's known as H3. I'll take that tempo and run with it. We've got 2 games left. But I mean, you induced me to play bishop takes f3. In the past, I've played that like unprovoked. Well, oftentimes when white plays, I guess, g3. But yeah, I mean, this line is pretty solid for white. I don't play e5 versus b3. I don't like encounter b3 very often, Arsenal. I've played it against it like only once or twice. Anyone's ever played it against me. It became a little trendy because of Hikaru. it seems like. But in over-the-board chess, not sure that really carries a lot of weight. E6, C6. Interesting move order. I guess I have to play C6. Structurally. Sorry. Now, should I even play G6, Bishop G7? Another interesting question. That's been the sort of recommended setup for black. Oh, E6, G6. What do you do? What's the best here? Actually, Jim and I had an interesting game a while back. Waste of the white pieces would also include the Mora Gambit and the London system. Perfect terminology, Arsenal. But I have to admit, like, the honest truth, though, we can call these secondary openings waste of the white pieces. At the same time, you know, show me how to get an advantage against the Queen's Gambit decline that Schieberspieler plays. Show me how to get an advantage in the Berlin defense. The argument, the counter-argument is that although these openings seem like wastes of the white pieces, it is true, like, I don't know how you get an advantage on the white side of the Berlin. I don't know how you get an advantage in many variations of the Queen's Gambit decline. So, at the end of the day, the argument is valid, like, that these people are playing B3, London system. It's like, white can't get an advantage anyway in the main lines. In the mainline openings. It also depends on what kind of position you want to play. I think in the old days, we still believed that white got an advantage in mainline openings when we had to walk uphill both ways to the chess tournament. See how the Georgia vote count is going. Any new news? Any new election news? Anybody? We got challenges from Akshab, Uncle, and Sidan. Yeah, it looks like Jim played Queen C2. Obviously, preparing Rook FC8. No, I don't know. It's kind of hard to decide on a plan here. Jim is solid. Look, Mom, no bad pieces. That's about all I can say. Can I play B5? Grabbing of space. I'm not sure it's even a good idea. It looks like Jim's going to play on the other side now. He's going to try to take over on the king side. So we shouldn't rush with B5. Probably better to stay fluid. He played a good move, knight E2. He sidestepped my threat of knight H5. Unless we have some sort of tactics. I don't have a better plan, honestly. I never play the Slav. I'm like forced to play the Slav. This is really weird. At the end of the day, Arsenal may be right. For the first time in his chess life. No, just kidding, man. Sometimes I tease you. I don't mean to be. It's out of love. You know, I do the same to Bob. Sometimes I kind of harsh on him too much. And then he starts to take it personally. But my teasing you is only a sign of my true love. Man, this could be a problem. Again, lack of Slav experience for black here. The breaking with e5 is giving white the d4 square. Now, it seems like I can't do it. It's too risky. White square pawns, anyone? My name is my name, you know, my chess name is a dog tribute. My dog, my former dog. We used to call him Slaggy. But he's been dead for a long time. He lives forever with my chess nickname. My streaming nickname. Also my poker name. Yeah, I'm having trouble here. Jim has a good grasp of what to do. What to do or what not to do. Well, obviously there's no open files, man. Everybody's heavy pieces are not happy. Not a position for heavy pieces, really. e5 would have given him the knight on d4. That was my original plan. But I had very strong second thoughts. The base of my pawn chain at c6 is a huge problem. Maybe I should have done it, but that's not a no-brainer kind of decision. And his bishops are strong. Yeah, I'm seriously worse now. This is just gross. He's got some kind of unbelievable experience playing this line with white. I'm guessing that a lot of people are starting to play this line that I play with bishop g4. It was never that popular previously. It started to gain a lot of traction. Now I lost a piece. If e5, g5. White's just clearly better. I should have played like e5 before, like you're saying. Probably. I should have played f5. There's a lot of mistakes I made. I could have played differently. The whole thing on the queen side is like a waste of time. The whole plan with b5 and a4, probably a waste of time. Black has no way to open up the game. There seems to be some problems with this variation. The Kraken. That's my pawn structure. Kraken structure. Man, nice move. This is awful for black. Oof. We gotta watch knight f5 constantly. Clear advantage to white. If you look at the position in terms of pawn structure, you think, well, black's better. I have protected passed pawn. He has doubled pawns. But the square here is too important. White is better. Space. This a4 doesn't do a lot. What am I doing? I could have played queen e5, though that doesn't really work either. It's just really hard for black to find a good move. See the base, this pawn chain, leading to problems again. Jeez. He lost on time. He couldn't find a clear win. I mean, white must have been winning. Even in the final position, you're clearly better. He's like down a protected passed pawn on d5 and still has a clear advantage. Oh my god. But it was never easy, it looks like. I missed knight takes h5 here, thinking that that was too dangerous because of the h-file. I saw rook e5 too. It was a tough battle. You're always better for a long time there, even in final position. Very unpleasant for black. Guys, I gotta go shortly, so maybe my last game. I'm just taking like challenges in order that I get them, so the subscribers don't have advantage today in electoral votes. This is not a democracy. No, it is a democracy today. The Burmakin Georgi Kashishvili attack. G3, it's kind of a passive setup. We always thought it was totally okay for black. This is the only place where I'll play the London. But that's a different move. What is that? Interesting. Something new and totally different. Now what do I do? Interesting. Preparing e4. Wow, this is a cool idea. Something absolutely new. What if I played e5, pawn takes pawn? Try to play like a... Yeah, that's crazy, but it's fun. e5 is fun, but unsound, likely. This is my day for experimental ideas. The Cairo Khan. Oh my god. Guys, probably last game. I gotta go. So, best of luck to Uncle Joe. We'll see you on Sunday. Hopefully the world will be a more peaceful place by then. b4. We're just taking the pawn. Yum yum. e5. I was wondering if e5 worked in the opening, Schieberspieler. If I could play e5 after knight c3. White's white squares are disaster. It's funny because my kids called my friend Joe the Weed Master. Uncle Joe. So then they get confused because now there's like 2 Uncle Joes. Uncle Joe supports Uncle Joe, which is good. It would be bad if like Uncle Joes were on opposite sides. Bishop a6 here. Man, look at the white squares in this position. Unbelievable. e5 according to Schieberspieler. It's still not too late. Let's do it. I'm just messing around now. Last game. Probably this isn't good. It's not bad, but I doubt this is Black's best move. I'm just messing around. It's still good for Black, though. Black is clearly better here. Absolutely better for Black. Just I don't know what I'm supposed to do now. After c3. The position just gets weirder and weirder. I just want to get my pieces in the game. Now he takes. We love endgames. 2 bishops and endgames. This is perfect. Look at those bishops. Wow, he's gonna check me on the e-file. White is not a materialist. I applaud your lack of materialism. I have to get used to the fact that my king cannot castle, so it's still kind of dangerous, truthfully. I don't know where to put my king. I guess on e8 is the safest. I need to develop. Wow. Allowing knight d3 check. I've got nothing there. Now we can castle queenside. We can't be having that. I'm too much against taking material in this game. I should have been more materialistic. Guys, check out. You can play and check it out, Wendy. Wendy, check it out. Can you play in Schieberspieler simul after this? Crazy move, king d2. Crazy. Can't believe it. Well, what did you want him to go? I mean, he had to put it somewhere. I guess king f1, knight b4 check, and knight c2. What happened, Jim? You misplayed the opening? It seemed reasonable to me. Maybe something was slightly wrong. Well, you still ultimately got a good position. Paschall just dropped the game. He's going to start to simul now, guys. When Paschall resigns. We could have a Biden-Trump situation here where the finish is not quite going to be that Trump-Biden. The finish is not going to be that quick as we had hoped. He played commendably, but losing that bishop was resignation time. It was a weird opening. I agree my e5 move was weird, but I'm having too much fun. Also against Hiroku earlier with d5, I played a kind of weirdly creative move. Creativity in chess. Alright guys, I'll see you on Sunday. Check out the Schieberspieler Simul. Go Georgia. Go Pennsylvania. Because that's why we voted for Uncle Joe. Take down Pennsylvania. That was the whole point. Alright. I'll take that. I'll take that. Stalemate? It's a stalemate. 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 Get him in the box here. Get in the box. Get in the box. Now we make unlimited queens. Having too much fun. Alright, stay in your box. He's dragging out the election. He's filing papers in Michigan court. I think we have a... He's calling for the count to stop. Stop the count. Alright. Stop the count. 219. Alright, man. I gotta go. So don't troll me by playing sitting for 10 minutes here. Alright, we can finish. I'll stop trolling you. That's not cool. I gotta go. Alright. Guys, I'm out of here. Thanks everybody. Have a great weekend, and I'll see you on Sunday. From the behalf of the Panda. None of our friends are streaming. Something changed on the Twitch page. Like, that's weird. Alright guys, I will see you. Check it out later. Hey everybody. Bye bye. Have a great weekend. Go Georgia. Go Pennsylvania. Uncle Joe. Bye bye.